to find it possible to provide your child with a gadget. It is important that you pull out all the stops, yes, to get that child, that boy, that girl with a device that will aid, because one of the first thing minister said is that we are back into the space to engage our children in computer aided learning. That's where most of our focus will be. For those who are not able, you're going to be placed to benefit from the television programs that will be afforded, or your learning kits. It will be good for you to have a device so that you can be connected with us live and direct to interact with your teachers on a daily basis. I say that because if we could only see the device that is needed as just a textbook, or see it as that outfit that you must provide your child with, or that pair of shoes, or it's as important as that. See yourself making that commitment to your child, just stretching yourselves as much as possible to provide your child, rather than to be leaning on the government of Jamaica. Because when something is free and is being given out, I'm not saying we're not going to get it. It is the when we are going to get it, and it would continue to, the weight we plunge ourselves into will continue to allow for us to have more learning loss. It would be better for your child to have two equipment, since we all know phones, computers, tablets, they're not durable. They will last to a point, and then after a while they start to giving all kind of problems. So while you wait, find that one for yourself to keep you going, to get you where you need to be with your teachers, so you do not get lost in the system. I'm encouraging our parents to see how possible we can network with our relatives abroad. We can network with the employer we have. We can network with persons at the community level, because sometimes some persons, even at church level, they're doing stuff and they can afford to extend the reach to your child. Sometimes it takes simple sending out your child to Sunday school, making sure that your child is a part of a church, and beyond that, the sky is the limit. In this pandemic, we will not be thinking about church because we can't now go. But again, just think about if you were so positioned, if by now you would not have gotten from a different source. But again, we pray, and God delivers. We pray that one of the things that will go very well for us this year is that we will have more persons investing in us as a school, so we can extend reach to those students who are having their own struggles. I know there are parents here who can afford. I know there are students here who can afford to get their equipment. I say to you, utilize it to your benefit so that your educational development is not compromised, and hope that when the ministry begins to distribute again, as in last year, for a population of 400 and 400 plus students, we were given only 60 plus tablets or computers, and we were able to give it to those who we were told to give it to. It wasn't a situation where we got them and we were told to just give it out to who we think needs it. We were told who. They came down with the names of beneficiaries, past beneficiaries. And so we hope that the approach this year, when they get to Merlene Ottey High, it will be a matter of us being able, through the guidance unit, to identify with the greatest need, and so we can distribute. So parents, my information this morning for you is that you will try to look into your own situation and see how you can reposition your child for impactful learning as we move forward. And to our boys and girls, the focus on you, this is on you this morning. I'm here to welcome you back to the space. I'm here to remind you that we craft a theme that is very pointing, something that will have you thinking. What is it that we're about this year? We're about hybrid learning, yeah? Returning to school, equipped And equip meaning that you're going to have your resources to learn. You're going to have your teachers in your life. You're going to use the virtual space as your classroom. And in going out into the virtual space, you're going to be intentional to learn. You're not going to be intentional to go out there and say words or type in words into your chat when you should be productive with the response, with the content material that your teacher will afford to give you. So you're going out equipped. Yes. Again, you're going to go out motivated because you know what purpose you're going out there to fulfill, and you're going to go out there fully engaged. So you're not going out there, yes, thinking about what is it that you and your friends did during the summer, and say even accept that your teacher would challenge you to write an essay, and beyond that, yes, you would want to cherish moments and stuff, but you're going out there with the intention to learn, understanding what concepts will be taught by way of looking at your teacher's syllabus, taking from the syllabus items that you know you're going to have some struggles with, and doing your research ahead of time. So you're going out there and you're returning equipped, having your gadgets, having your devices, having access to Wi-Fi. That you know more than our teachers know, more than Mrs. Cope know, where some open Wi-Fi zones are. You know that if you go to certain places, you'll get access to the internet. You know that the library is one of those places. You know that our campus is one of those places, yes? I'm not saying that you're to be on our campus. I'm just saying that if a school is nearby and you are living, say, in a particular zone, you might want to just go in close proximity to the school. Perhaps it will open enough. And if it's not open, your parent can speak to principal and get some access for you. And you go, you download what you need to download, or you sit under a tree and you do what you have to do, and then head back home because you're in close proximity and people know you in community. Then the latitude is there for you to do those kind of things. Let us get creative as to how we can access. I learned of a family who recently took gain access, full access to the internet. And that family was only providing access for one child going to a school at a distance that she could not get on the bus to go. And what would have happened for that small community is that the parents would have come together and support that one parent that got the internet and send the children onto the yard. And I think it's on a weekly basis. They give a little something towards the payment of the internet bill that one parent was brave enough to take on. So I am just saying to all of you, find creative ways and means to get connected so that you do not get left behind. It is important that you do what must be done for you to secure your learning in a way that is very meaningful to you. So I want to say to you that your educational development and the opportunities that are being created is a gift of a lifetime. It's a gift of a lifetime. And so you're going to use it as a superpower to propel you into a space where you can be your own beacon of light, of hope for tomorrow. Now, one of the things that you are going to do for me is that you are going to try to detox your life in such a way that you begin to dream about a better tomorrow, dream about life after COVID. Understand that in dreaming, you must create a large vision for you and your family. It might be your immediate family, or it might be your family to come. Because again, let me go back to where you were. In my days at high school, I know, and in recent time, I'm reminded by my peers that when we were at school, we didn't think about children. We didn't think about anything other than just being competitive with each other at school and ensuring that we don't get lost in the process and we keep each other afloat. So then we were thinking about what life will be for us in terms of who will accomplish more, who will be the doctor, who will be the lawyer, who will be the nurse. We We at grade 9, we were told that we must choose a career path, and beyond in the grade 9, we must move in the direction of the career that we have chosen. And so we were asked to create our ladder and to say on each step where we will find ourselves. What is it that we need to get done at every rung to move to the next rung? So you have to begin to just start to internalize these things and understand that you have a life ahead of you, and you need to now craft that pathway that will take you where you want to go. So dream big, create a large vision for you, control your destiny, and find your purpose, inspire others. In doing so, let's be intentional. Let's be intentional. You must find a little quiet time. You must find a little quiet time to sit down all by myself. Yeah, all by yourself. Sit down and listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You're not going to be an empty shell. You're going to sit down and you're going to say to yourself that, Lord, and you'll be talking to your maker. What is the ideal? Who is the ideal me? And call your name and think and listen. Listen to what is coming into your heart and record it. Make sure you record it, because the thoughts that should be flowing should be directed at where is it that you are going with this thing. You don't show up to school because it's a lifestyle. You don't come to school because your neighbor child is going to school and you want to go to school too. You're going to school to build a better future. You're going to school to get the foundation that you need, yeah, so you can live a better life. You're looking at your present circumstances and you are saying, well, I really do not want to do this for the rest of my life. Every one of us have a story. Every single one of us. I can start to talk about my past. Yeah, I can use my past to do write my book. Yeah, a book that I have intention to write. Reflect on where you're positioned today and what is the ideal life that you'll live later on. I could not remain a poor girl. Yeah, I am not rich, but one thing is for sure, the position in which my parents had me, I was able to put my children in a different position. Yes, and so this is where you need to be. You need to be at a place where you look at what is happening. Yeah, you're not going to feel sorry for yourself. You're going to use it as your motivation. Yeah, to if not inspire you, inspire others, because the way you live and the way you're living now and the way you will live later on, others will look on and be inspired by the shifts that you will make in your life. And I know the shift is possible, yes, without you having any education, because of what I've seen other persons do. But I know the shift is more impactful. It is seamless. The shift is also, it's kind of a conduit. And so you will effortlessly go along once you have the foundation you need. I say about one's educational development, I've seen evidence of persons who are not able to read and write. When they become an adult, they're able to take up the pieces, yeah, with the inspiration from the Almighty. When persons trust themselves to God's hand, the Lord transform and miraculously deal with them. Yes, but I'm just saying, you are afforded an opportunity here today, yes, for high school education, for secondary level education. My encouragement to you this morning is that returning to school, equipped, motivated, yes, and fully engaged will allow for you to avail yourself for learning, yes, and understanding where you're headed, understanding what your desire is for your future life will be that conduit. The foundation we are about to set with you and to carry you is that conduit that you need to propel to the next level. You are going to go to another level. You are not, look here, the be all and end all is not Merlene Ottey High School. It's not those two green gate column, huge column that's a gate to receive you and to push you out back at the end of 7 years. It's a space where you will go and make your life better. Yes, it's a space you will go and have the desire to learn from your teachers, to use the content material for the main core subject areas, for the technical and vocational areas, to groom you, to prepare you for a solid solid life ahead of you. So my advice to you is that you're going to listen to your heart. Yes. And when you go to class now, you're going to leverage the gift. Allow, be vulnerable in the space. Allow your teachers to use their gifts and talents to push you into the direction, because when we use those things and you see how you're able to do your work and the credit that you get, the commendations, the rewards, the accolades that you get from your teachers, enough will motivate you to move on to the next level. Those of you who are here this morning, and because of whatever it is that you're seeing around you, yes, all that you see going on around you with your neighbor or your relative or your distant relative or your friend's relative dying as a result of COVID, you can't go out as you would have wanted to. If you have to put your hand in your face, it has to be clean hands. If you have to sneeze, you must cover your face. If you're going out a road, you must put on your mask. Yeah, you have to consistently wash, and all when you're in the house, yeah. Where I don't know if you know if you do what I do, but sometimes we just run go wash my hand. Yes, let go of fear. Yes, when you're in the space, you're dealing virtually. Be not afraid. Yes, be not afraid. I want you to go in, and when your teacher asks you to say something, open your mouth and say what you are thinking. We are placed in your lives to correct you. We are placed in your lives to keep you on the right path. Be not afraid to say or contribute to your teacher's lesson. Be not afraid to produce the assignment. Be not afraid to do your classwork. Be not afraid to do the project. It is by doing that you will be corrected. It is by doing that you will learn. It is by doing that you will know if you are in a good place for success. And if it is that you need to set up yourself for success, then you are going to allow your gifts and your talents to be put to work by your teachers. And if you do not produce, if there's no production, there's no way in which you're going to be able to give yourself a chance to get to the next level in the right time. It will happen, but you will delay the process. Locate a peer, a classmate, a schoolmate. Locate one especially that is not anywhere in the space and you have concern. You know, the blessings from above will just come down on you tremendously when you look out for someone else that is not as fortunate as you are. So locate a peer. Locate one of your classmates. Peer means P-E-E-R, not the peer that you eat. But locate one of your classmates. Locate one of your schoolmates. Locate someone. If it's even another child from another school. Yeah? Who is nearby, not going to any school and can connect by at your parents' Wi-Fi. Come and give you one code. Sit down on a tree and do something. The Lord will bless you. Yes? And leave all the negatives. Leave it out of the picture. Sometimes we can't help yourself in saying some negative things. But the minute you catch up on yourself, you try to just declare something positive to counteract what you said that was negative. Yeah? Just try to speak. And if you practice it, it becomes a norm. Speak positive things into your psyche. Yeah? This morning I get up, what do I do first thing? Yeah? Once I was off the bed and I recognize that I was in my right mind, I look in the mirror and I kiss myself and say, girl, I love you. Yeah. Do something. Make sure that you love you and extend the love to others. Be positive and say, yes, Lord, thank you for another day when I will move out into the space and you're going to order my steps and make something meaningful of this lady today. At the end of the day, Yes, I can celebrate your awesomeness. You must speak positiveness into your own psyche to keep you firmly grounded to do what is it that you're called on to do. Leap and grow wings. So be like the eagle that soars. Yeah. You are not going to find yourself among chickens. You're going to find yourself among eagles. Yeah. And when you are out there, based on how you challenge yourself to grow, you are going to see yourself, if not supporting others, others support you. So leap and grow. Anywhere you go, every room you entered, be it virtual or otherwise, light it up. Light it up. That's one of the things that I try to do for me. I like to just be light. I like to just be smiling at all times. I like to just situate myself in a comfortable space that nothing at all reigns supreme into my space, even for any long time. I am human, and there are times when things will affect me, but I don't carry it. If I carry it, I'm going to get sick. If I carry it, I'm going to be harboring all kind of situation. If I carry it, I'll not be able to forgive others. I won't be able to even forgive me when I do wrong. I am not perfect. And if I carry it, I will not be able to, with all my conscience and with all my whole being, be submissive to God and ask for forgiveness. And in asking him for forgiveness, I will now not be feeling hypocritical because I'm not letting go of the things that persons have done me. So be at that place where you are allowing yourself to be used by God, by forgiving others, yes, and asking God to forgive you, because you're not a perfect person and you will make mistakes. Don't be hard on you when you make mistakes. Don't be hard. Just be at a place where you know that your Lord, your everlasting Father, your King of Kings, your Lord of Lords, yes, the first and the last, that he's able to do abundantly beyond all that you could ever ask, and one of them being asking for forgiveness, and that he loves you with an everlasting love, and he is your Father, he is my Father, he is our Father, and that when we go to him with that sincerity, that level of sincerity, that he will hear and answer our prayer. So go in, enter every space and intentionally deal and light up the space. Don't go in, drag yourself and don't say anything and you just sit down and you mop up like a sponge and take in everything that is happening. It will not help you. If you integrate, if you go in and you share and you laugh when you have to laugh, I mean, don't laugh out of turn and be disruptive, but have a sense of humor. Yeah? Lead your space, lead your charge, lead others. Yeah? Lead by serving others, serving even your teachers. We're there to serve you. But the way you come to this space, you're going to be leading in the sense that when you see yourself as a leader in the space, diligently you will work, respectfully you will deal, caringly you will listen to others. Because when you are about to share in the space, others will listen to you because you give that level of respect and you carry this aura that persons will follow your leadership. So lead by serving others. And finally, I'm just going to end here, boys and girls. Laugh. It's a good medicine. Laugh and enjoy yourself. When you leave class at daytime, yeah, find one joke. Sunday morning, I woke up and I was feeling a little lethargic, and I'm just giving you a little story about me in this space. I felt a little lethargic and I felt like I could not cook my parents' dinner. I take care of 2 old people, and I pride myself into taking care of my parents because they are now my babies. I was their baby at one time, and they said, you know, once a man, twice a child. They are now my babies and I'm taking care of them. And I got up and said, Lord, on this day when the place is on shutdown, I can't even run go get a food. I have to cook. And so this feeling that has come over me. And while I was there, couldn't understand it. I pushed and I began. Towards the end of cooking, I saw a message in my phone. I saw where one of my peers from high school, and we have reconnected only in recent time. One of my peers texts to say that he has passed and may his soul rest in peace. And I laugh, I laugh, I laugh, I laugh, I laugh, I laugh, I laugh. And I was here cracking up. And then it dawned on me that I was not feeling so happy at the start of the morning and what was going on. And then I said to myself, you know, you need to go back to your group chat and see what is happening there. And when I got there, I saw enough to say that there's an error in saving this number to my phone. I saved somebody else's number with his name attached to it. And so when I reached out, my peer that I saw only a few weeks ago with a lot of energy, only would not have felt well overnight Saturday. And wife took him to the hospital. And by Sunday morning, when I was having that nudge in the kitchen, my friend went into a different space. He died. And beyond that laugh, up to yesterday, I was still crying. And I cried because of who he was, an energy god. He was the smallest boy at high school, but he had a mouthpiece. And it means no ill will. He will not hurt you. He just wanted to see him. He was very bubblicious. And when after 40 years of not seeing each other, when we saw each other last month, we got together for a little lime at Rossi's, on the campus at Rossi's. We were there, and he again, by the time we got into the space, who we could hear, this little man, grew even taller than how he was, very tiny, small in body, and he was just at it. I always said, boy, Devon, I give up. Devon is still Devon. And only to know that he wasn't sick for long, but he made some poor choices. Enjoy yourself, boys and girls, as you learn with your teachers. Be caring. Remember, you pass this way only once. Remember, you will have peers to grow with. Remember, when you end your journey at high school, there is also the advanced level stuff that you'll take on to build that career that you have chosen. When you go, there's going to come a time when you get into that adult stage, you are going to be seeing those you were connecting with in school, be it high school, be it primary high, or be it tertiary level. But you're going to get a chance to get back together. The bonding, I'm telling you, based on what I'm experiencing, can be even stronger than when you were in school. One thing that you will need to do, though, is ensure that when you get back at that stage, you are viable, just as viable as others in contributing to nation building. You're just as viable because you would have owned your business and making significant progress and strides and impact in your country. You would have been that professional, that be it a lawyer, nurse, a doctor, but you would have carved out your own niche into society and find yourself at a comfortable place that you can get back into these groups and you can gel and you can sit and you can give yourself a good laugh because you feel a part of. Do not squander the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to develop in a fantastic human being. I'm leaving you this morning with the hope that you will buy in that we are in a no longer new normal. We are in a better normal because we would have gone through 18 months of this thing. And by now we understand the rules. By now we are in a better position to decide whether or not we're going to take the vaccine. And we are now better positioned to say, if I don't take the vaccine, this is what I'm going to do for survival. You are going to just move full speed ahead with a focus, to be educated so that you can benefit from the opportunities, that are created ahead of you. See opportunity. See the challenges ahead, yeah, as God's designed opportunities. See challenges that you have ahead of you that you will encounter as God's designed opportunities. And so, whatever you face in your journey to become all that you can be, yeah, and to give the best version of you to it, see it as God's design opportunities. And if you see it as God designed opportunities, you're going to look for the good in it. You're going to take what is good and you're going to leave what is not important and good for you aside. Go in the strength of and the admonition of God this morning and be intentional as you go on yet another journey for the grade level that you have now accomplished. Keep in mind, boys and girls, that we continue into the virtual space until the Ministry of Education gives us clearance to be in our school in the physical space. Keep in mind that you are expected to show up diligently, show up for learning, and diligently meaning that you're prepared to work with your teachers. Keep in mind also that as we journey, we will not deliberately leave you behind. If you are left behind, it's a choice that you make and not we, not our teachers, not the school, but it's a choice. As much as is possible, as a school leader, my teachers and I will do what we should to keep you afloat in the space. But we cannot help if we do not know what issues are. And where we can help, we'll be honest, we'll be sincere in saying to you, we will help you this way. But remember, you can't come empty-handed. You should come with something to the space so that we can work together to make learning meaningful and impactful. I look forward to speaking to you again like this in the near future. All that I'd want to say this morning, there's not enough time to say it because there are other persons who really want to just extend reach and show you love. May God continue to bless you and bless your families, bless our school family, and just keep us safe as we journey on this business of education. Thank you very much.
Wow, so profound. Thank you so much to our principal, Mrs. Joanne Jackson Cope. Let go of fear. Do not be afraid. It is by doing that you will learn. Find yourself among eagles, not chickens. Leap and grow. Light it up anywhere you go. Don't be afraid, but allow God to lead you. And last but not least, laugh and enjoy yourself. Oh, what an awesome presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well said to our principal. And I'm sure students know that we are ready for the academic year. We have been charged, we have been motivated, we are getting the equipment that are needed to be fully equipped. And we are, after today, motivated. So we are indeed ready for tomorrow and ready for the rest of this academic year. Now we have a fun activity. You're right. We have been listening for a while, and a big part of any academic year is knowing who you are and what you can bring to the academic year. The principal would have charged you so much to say to allow your talents to be out there. When the teachers ask of you in your virtual classes, speak out. Let them know what you're about. Be creative. In today's orientation, we all, not only the students and the parents, but teachers also, we're all going to figure out who we are and what we will contribute to this new academic year with this quick personality test. And it's a 1-minute activity, and I am expecting everyone to be fully engaged, as our theme says, for this activity. So we're going to listen in, we're going to watch the video, and we're going to participate. Now, the answer that you give will reflect your personality now in the chat section. I want you to go to the chat and I want you to type, who are you? Who are you? Which team are you on? Are you the lion, the king of the jungle? Are you the giraffe, the tallest amongst them all? Are you the chimpanzee, mightier than ever? Or are you the squirrel that's very fast and focused? Who are you? All right, so we have Dama saying chimpanzee. We have the lion. Not sure whose account is that. Chimpanzee. All right, we need to hear from the teachers also, because we need to know who are you? Who are you voting for? Or VP, Miss Ware, or principal, or staff members. We want all that feedback today. So Kingsley Keane is saying, I'm a lion. Of course, the king of the jungle. We hear you, Mr. Keane. All right, I'm Tristan Brown. Okay, haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Brown. Glad to have you here. All right, and Tristan is a chimpanzee. All right, lion. Merlene Brown is always in the space. Lion, chimpanzee. So nobody is representing for the giraffe. Look how tall he is. A giraffe. All right, Renacia is saying a giraffe. Okay, I appreciate you, my students. Please think seriously about your vision from our principal. All right, and Miss Ware is saying a giraffe, a lion from Andre Paul, giraffe from Tafari Leslie. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, let's find out what each of these answers are, shall we? So let's start out with if your answer was a lion. You are a what? Somebody unmute and tell me. You are a
Fighter.
Fighter.
Oh yes, you are a fighter. So you know what you're about and you go for it. Yes, you understand, you're very vicious. You understand the dynamic of the education landscape. And when the teacher gives the assignment, you go for it with all your might. You're a lion. You fight for those good grades in class. Very good. So shout out to all of the lions like Andre Paul out there. Shout out to you. Yes, and shout out to Jardine Brown. And shout out also to Kingsley Keane and all the other lions that are on board today. But what if you were a giraffe? Like our VP? What if you're a giraffe? What is it there to learn about you? You are a what? Logical
Thinker.
You are a logical thinker. Oh yes, Rihanna. You are a logical thinker. And so you're able now to think about what the teacher wants of you to do and to do it in a logical way. There's a saying that don't work hard, work smarter. You are a logical person. You're able to think it through and to do it. So this academic year, to all our giraffes like Mrs. Johnson and Miss Weir, and to all the other persons who said giraffe, you are now have to up your game logically, and you have to think creatively on how you will ensure that this academic year is one like no other before. All right, thinking logically. But what about those who thought about square? You are an optimist. So you know that, hey, I might not be the brightest person in the class, but I can get the good grade. When results are out, when I get back my report, when they send it online to my parent, I will see the A. I will see the A. Because guess what? I'm an optimist. And I think optimistically. I think about great things that can happen. Although I'm small and nobody thinks about me, nobody wants to be me, I am myself. And I know my capabilities. And I will push and I will have hope of the future. That is very important for those who select. And for the famous chimpanzee, what do you think? What do you think is the character trait of the chimpanzee? What do you think about the chimpanzee? Describe a chimpanzee for me. What does it tell you?
Can twist and turn and bend and shape.
Oh yes, it's adaptable. It's adaptable. All right, very good. Someone else. So There goes our principal sharing her views on the chimpanzee. What about a student? What student can unmute and tell me about the chimpanzee? Miss Crooks in the chat, our grade 7 supervisor, saying chimpanzees, they're strong, they're loud. Yes, they make their presence known. Remember the presence.
They're challenging.
All right, that was Tristan. Go again for me.
They're challenging.
They're challenging, okay? So you know that anybody can contend with them. They're challenging. All right, Rihanna, I heard you. You were saying something, Rihanna. Intimidating. There's another one.
Rough.
Energetic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So those are the characteristics that we're expecting from you students. We're expecting you to be bold and strong, as our grade supervisor said. We're expecting you to be adaptable, as our principal said. As Mr. Telwell said, to be very smart in how you do, as Shamari agrees, very smart and intimidating. Now, there's a negative to the intimidating, but there's also a positive. Because when you're intimidating, nobody really can test you. You understand? They're kind of, they don't want to even venture over to you because they know that you're smart and you're brilliant and you can do it. So they just allow you to win. So you want to win. And so very good one coming from Miss Crooks. Intimidating, energetic, creative, Natalie, I see you. Energetic, Tashina. They think before they do. Logically. Awesome, Jardine. Logically. They think before they do. And so this year, when you feel tired and you wonder, oh my God, I'm going to go and get some sleep. I know the assignment is due in an hour, but I'm going to get some sleep. They think before they do. So they guess what? They say what? It's better to finish with the assignment so I don't just get 45-minute rest. I can finish with the assignment that's due on time, submit on time, and then I can sleep for more than an hour because I would have to wake up anyway before the due time. So they think before they do. Intelligent, almost human-like. Very good, very good. So let's see. They are deep thinkers. Miss Crooks, on point, Jordan. They think before they do. Deep thinkers, intelligent. So to all our chimps out there, our chimpanzees, the Jaden Tellwell, to all of you out there, I am saying to you, remember your animal. Remember that even if you did not select any of these, our principal has given us a charge to be not like chickens, but like eagles and to soar. So that was just a quick test, a quick personality test for you to understand who you are. And it's very important that you know who you are and what you're about, because a lot of distractions are out there. It's important that you know who you are and what you are about. Because at our institution, we are about the holistic development of all our students. And a specific department that has really been at the forefront of this mission has always been our guidance and counseling unit, or mother of the school, the ones who care for us when we are sick and we run and we say, Miss, and we're down and we don't feel like, we find our guidance counselor, and she's always there to motivate us and to empower us and to give us that advice needed. So at this time, I want you, even as you think about who you are, to listen in to this presentation. Reminder to those that are still trying to log on that we are live on YouTube. So good morning to all of those viewing in on YouTube. Good morning to you. You are a part of the school family and we appreciate you. We really, really appreciate you. So I'm going to hand over now to our guidance counselor, Mrs. Johnson, and she will be walking us through her department. How is it that you can access her department and what to expect for this year, even as we are virtual? Mrs. Johnson, are you ready?
Good morning, sir. Yes, I am.
Awesome. So I'm going to stop.
Good morning, students, teachers, parents. Good morning to Mrs. Cope, our principal, and Miss Weir, our vice principal. I just want to use this opportunity to add my quota of welcome to all of you who are returning. And I trust that as you return to the space, you are returning with that mindset that you're in the space for learning. Yes, COVID is happening. However, you also have to happen in the process. Now, I could almost not present because when I sat here and I listened to the principal's presentation, basically my presentation is a summary of what she has presented. I think I picked the right animal, Mr. Clark, logical thinking, because I guess logics is that we are expecting the students to come back and we want to give them the expectations of what they should be doing in this virtual platform. So my presentation this morning to the students is really about behavioral expectation, how to maximize the space to get the most benefit from it. Yes, the guidance unit is there, but because you people are already aware, I will make my numbers available where you can reach out to me. I know that you're at home and there are things happening in and around you. You don't need to feel alone. You can feel supported by reaching out to any one of the teachers, or my contact is in the parents group where you can reach out to me, where you can get the support that you need. Now, I'm going to share screen. Are we seeing the screen?
Yes, miss.
1 minute.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right, so on screen, you will see the concept or the acronym SWPBIS. Anybody familiar? Anyone is familiar with this term? We would have started it from in the physical space, but now we want to transition it into the virtual space. Now, as you see on screen, right? SWPBIS, which stands for School-Wide Positive Behavior, Intervention and Support. You would have been spoken to this morning and told about what is expected from you. You're in the virtual space and a lot more is expected from you now, right? You're at Merlene Ottey High School, right? You look at even this picture now, you see that nice aerial view of your space that you can no longer inhabit. However, you're out in the virtual world, and in that context, you still need to practice the positive behaviors that you would do in this physical space. Now, at Merlene Ottey High School, there's a mantra that when I got there, I heard persons repeating, and I wonder if any one of our returning students can say to me, we always have this saying at Merlene Ottey High School, we are the best, or we strive to be the best. Anybody can tell me what best, the acronym BEST means? Who can share with me what BEST means? Anybody can open their microphone if you remember what the acronym BEST stands for. All right, I'm not hearing anybody saying it. Yes, who was?
Yes, about life and talent to be and media.
That sounds like them, huh? Renicia, very good, right? So we go by the mantra that you were what? Born to be wise, eager to learn, serious about life, and talented beyond measure, right? So you strive to be the best. You strive to be great in this platform. You would have been told this morning that, look, you're in the setting. You need to find ways to ensure that you are responsible for your learning. So in order to carry out these positive behavior, we have some values that we consider our core values. They are responsibility, respect, honesty, and determination. Now, these core values are more important even now in the virtual space than in the physical space, because when you were in the physical space, you might have had somebody to nudge you and to try to get you to pull up your socks where you are falling short. But now you're in the virtual space. Many times you're on your own. You don't have your friend base to help to give you that support that you need. So these core values are what you need to guide you. Now, what are the virtual positive behavior expectations that we would want you to follow? Now, here I have all students are encouraged to participate in positive behavior expectations for an orderly, respectful, and productive environment at Merlene Ottey High School, right? So positive behavior will help to strengthen the relationship that you have student to student, student to teacher, or to administration. So we're going to be looking at these positive behavior or the core values that surrounds SWPBIs. What we want you to understand is that you're in the virtual space, and this picture speaks a lot. You're to do the right thing even when no one is looking. Teachers are not there, right, physically to see you. Parents might not always be home to monitor you, but you have to do your self-check, your self-evaluation, and you need to choose to do what is right. Right? Even when you have done, you question, am I doing this at 100%? Can I do more? What could I have done better? All right, so our first core value is to be responsible. As I said, my presentation basically summarizes what Mrs. Cope would have reiterated so many times this morning, right? There's a thing in scripture when the Lord wants his people to give attention to a particular message, he repeats it over and over and over again. So this morning you're getting repetition because we understand the importance of these values that you will now have to practice while you are at home in the virtual space. So be on time for class. You get a timetable, you know that class begins at 8:30. It cannot be that you're in bed sleeping. You have to be responsible enough to go to bed on time, get your rest, so that you can wake up early to be at class. Be prepared at all times. So you know the different tools that you will need to get to class. Your phone, it cannot be that when you're online for class, that is when you're going to tell the teacher that, Miss, my phone battery is dying. I've been in class and persons tell me that their phone battery is dying. You had time beforehand where you can charge your phone, or you try to position yourself at a place where you can get your phone charged. Participate. That I heard was stressed over and over and over this morning. Teachers cannot know if you are understanding. Teachers cannot know if you're learning unless you are actively participating in the class. Some of us might not want to speak, but Google Classroom is virtual. If you don't want to open your microphone, you can type in the chat, right? So there are avenues where you can express yourself, you can share in the teacher's lesson, because that is how the teacher will get the feedback from you as to whether or not you are understanding what is being is taught. Use your time wisely. Time management. You might believe that you're at home and you have all the time in the world. But believe you me, once school get kickstart next week and onwards, especially for you grade 11 students that have your SBAs and so on, time can run out quickly. Do some organization of the different SBAs that you have to do. Set time frames within which you want to work on this particular one. So don't wait and cram everything into the last minute. Manage your time wisely so that you can get the most of it. Complete all your assignments by the due date. This again was stressed this morning. You get the assignments, they're posted in the Google Classroom, and I find that persons sometimes only complete assignments when they hear it's approaching exams and they believe that they want a grade. Students, I'm gonna say this to you this morning. Do not measure yourself in terms of just getting a grade for exam. Measure yourself. Your assignments are given to you so that you are able to, the teachers are able to see that you are learning. When you get your assignments, it's for your own self-development. It's not just for teachers to mark and give you a grade. Remember, life is more than about just getting a grade. It's for you to learn so that you can fit into the world of work or into society. So it's a learning process. Complete the assignments by the due date and turn them in. What I'm going to ask you to submit your own work. Do not take the thing from your friend and copy and paste the work of somebody else. If it is that you need help, ask for help so that you can be guided into what is to be done, but be responsible enough to ensure that you are doing your own work, because somebody else's learning cannot, when you submit the work, your true potential is not being seen. The other person's potential is what is being on display. So you have to try to ensure that you submit your own work to ensure your own development. So we are saying that these positive behaviors are what you will practice in order to be responsible, which is the first core value. Secondly, be respectful, right? We're in the virtual space and we expect you to be respectful, right? So you obey your teacher's instructions, right? You come on and you use polite words. Things might happen, yes, and but you have to be mindful of your tone while you're speaking to teachers, while you're speaking to your classmates. So we ask that you be respectful in this space. Wait until you're acknowledged to speak, and ensure that after you speak, you mute your speaker. Sometimes you have background noise. We would expect that you find a quiet place, but we know that depending on your situation, it might not be possible. So as soon as you're finished speaking, to eliminate the noise and the confusion, you mute your microphone. Listen when others are talking, right? And so that just as though you would want to be respected when you are talking, listen when other persons are talking, right? Ask permission. Yes, sometimes you might bump out of the class, but you have persons who believe that they come to a class and to them, they don't think something is happening that they are interested in. But I will say this to you, respect begets respect. Stay in your classes, regardless of what. Ask permission if you have to exit, right? Stay in your classes, pay attention to what is happening, right? If something is happening that you need clarity on, you can ask about it, if not in the class time, outside of class time. But here I will use this to say that even though we're in the virtual space, you need to show respect for time. So while you might want to ask about something, you don't wait until 8 o'clock in the night, you're gonna text the teacher because you just decide to ask the question. You have to be mindful that the teachers have lives outside of school. So you use productive hours, working hours between 9 to 4, or if teachers might give you permission to text them after, because I know that some teachers are accommodating, you can go ahead and reach out to them in that time. But just try as best as possible to be respectful. This one now is key, honesty. And I will share with you this quote that says, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, right? So you're going, in the mornings, you go into your homeroom session and you mark your name, right? And your homeroom teacher is of the opinion that John Brown or Mary Jane attended all their classes for the day. Students, you're in an environment where we talk about responsibility. Learning would have been stressed over and over. This morning, it is your responsibility. The teachers cannot literally, your homeroom teacher cannot literally monitor you to see that you go to your class. But I am asking you, I'm begging you, we're in a situation when we don't know when we're going to go back to face with what is happening. So the virtual space, as what was said by Mrs. Cope, is the better normal. You would have gotten an understanding of it. Go to your classes, and not only your classes, all the other online activities. Sometimes we keep sessions to help develop certain life skills in you. We have worship sessions, which helps you to start your day with some amount of positive energy, and persons shy away from these sessions. Please be honest to benefit from what the school is providing you with to ensure your holistic development. Another aspect of honesty is that you do your own work. Unless the teacher gives group work, persons, as I said before, shouldn't be turning in the same work, right? The exact same assignments. Practice to do work with independence so that you can see the level at which you are at. Contribute to group assignments. So when teacher does give group work, you have some persons that ride on the back of the other person because they know that the work will be done. Especially so for some persons who do group SBAs. Students, it is not fair for you to benefit from somebody else's hard energy like that. Be a part of the process. Do pull your own weight. Do your work. If it is that it is challenging, it's best if you reach out to your teacher, reach out to myself, right? And ask for help that you need. This one also is critical in the online space. We can easily go on Google and we can download something. Honesty about your work presentation is that you credit people for their work. You don't just go online and take off somebody's work and put it in your assignments and turn it in. You need to give the source for the information that you would have taken off to avoid plagiarism, especially for persons turning in their SBAs and so forth. Please be mindful that information you can just type a sentence and you see the exact paragraph that you went and lift up off the internet. So we are encouraging you to be honest about what you are presenting to avoid plagiarism, and be truthful. You can't have credit. I have a student, and I will share this. A student would say to me, Miss, you know that every evening such and such is on online. So how comes you not online in the days? Or I don't have no data in the days. Again, students, I will say this to you. You need to be honest. You're learning, your access to learning. Some people don't have the access that you have, and people have Wi-Fi, have data, and they are dishonest when it comes to class time. They are not online, but after school dismisses, they're online. Please remember that there's a time for everything, a time for work, a time for socializing. When it is school time, do not conveniently lose access to data or access to Wi-Fi. Use the data or the Wi-Fi that you have in order to benefit from learning. Nobody is watching you, but it is your choice, your responsibility to do the right thing. So be responsible, be respectful, be honest, and finally, be determined. When we talk about determination, Some of you are at your last lap of school. You are going to be determined how. Set specific goals. So I am doing 5 subjects this year for the grade 11s. And I have 3 or 4 SBAs to be done. They all have due dates. What I am going to set some specific goals. What do I want to accomplish this week? Right? And then whatever the goals are, you divide those goals into small tasks, right? So you want to ensure that you divide up your goals into small tasks, and day by day you work on those small tasks and you stay focused on the goal. You visualize. I heard Mrs. Scope talking this morning about them being on a ladder, and they were asked to see where they are on that ladder. Visualization helps a lot in you being successful. You visualize yourself completing the task. You visualize yourself achieving that which you set out for, because most of what you accomplish in life, you accomplish it in your mind first before you see it in reality. So your mindset goes a far way in what you accomplish. Positivity again was mentioned this morning. Choose to remain positive. So yes, you said that you wanted to do 3 SBAs and start working on them in the week. Something might have happened and you did not get to work on them as you planned, but you look for the positive in what happened and say, even though it did not happen how I planned, I am still going to continue, right? So whatever you're working on, remain with a positive mindset. Set deadlines and keep them. So I would encourage persons to have a little chart with their goals, and beside the goals, you put the little tasks that you want to use to accomplish those goals, and put deadlines there, because those help to hold you accountable. And as Mrs. Scope also mentioned, that you needed to ensure that you have an accountability partner. You have WhatsApp. Share your plans with friends, and your friends can help you to hold you accountable to the goals and the deadlines that you have set. And you are to reward your accomplishments. So here has to do with your self-care. So yes, you set out to accomplish X this week. You did not do everything fully, but you are going to keep a positive mindset, and you reward yourself for the little accomplishments that you have. Whether you want your alone time, you want to watch a movie, whether you want to anything that makes you feel relaxed, you reward yourself with it. And finally, I will say to you, persevere. So yes, the phone might not be the best. The device that you're using might not be the best. You don't have the credit all the time, but you're going to find a way to persevere, to work around those obstacles, to ensure that even if you miss class today or you miss something, the next time when you get access, you are going to be determined to go back into the Google Classroom, ask your friends who were there, what did I miss? Because your desire is to be successful this school year. So whatever it is that you have to do to show that you're determined to succeed, you're going to follow through with it. In closing, I will share this quote. It says, the difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. So you are going to be determined to be responsible, to be respectful, right? To be honest, and determined to be that determined individual in achieving your goals. Again, I say, at Merlene Ottey High School, we strive to be the best. So you are going to strive to be the best this year by making the right positive choices to benefit your learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Come on in the chat section, put your hands together for Mrs. Johnson. Excellent presentation. Excellent, excellent presentation from her indeed. And I am hoping that you were listening into that presentation. Mrs. Cope, I'm not hearing you, miss.
You need to unmute.
Right. So, yes, go ahead, Mrs. Cope.
Somebody mute me.
No, but you can unmute. We're hearing you, miss.
I'm unmuted. Okay, I'm good now. I was just saying that I'm anxious to just say, Miss had me on my toes like I'm a student. Miss had me writing a while ago like I never made a presentation.
I don't
It
know.
was just so inspiring, and I really hope that if nothing else, that the students who are in this space and my colleagues by extension would have gotten something from what Miss just did. We all in our own way need to be respectful, be honest, be determined, yeah, and be responsible. All of us, we have our various roles to play. And these guiding lights and principles that Miss just shared, irrespective of what I would have gone on to say that I did not write much about, you led me into writing my own notes. Thank you so much, Miss.
Awesome.
You're welcome, miss.
Indeed. Very, very inspiring is what Jaden, I think Jaden is in grade 8 now or 9. Jaden, Mr. Telwell just said. All right, very
Indeed.
indeed. And I did take my notes also just to concur with our principal. Very, very, very inspiring. Just to say greetings again to those viewing on YouTube. We are with you just the same. We are moving ahead with our program. And if you were listening in to the presentation, you should be ready for this game now that we're going to play. It's called Hangman. Now, how it works is that you will see a screen looking like how it is on screen now with the letters of the alphabet. Now, at the top, you'll see MOHS core values. And what our students will be doing, we don't know which of the core value it is, but we will be guessing. So we will guess what letter to put on the line. Now, here's the thing. If the letter that we're guessing is correct, it will show as green and it will appear as where it's supposed to appear in the spelling of one of our core values. But if it is incorrect, well, you will see this cliffhanger right here appear with a head and then a neck and then a foot and so on. So we don't want to hang anybody today. We want to get those core values out because we know those core values. Now I'm going to structure the game like this. I'm going to take the first letter from a grade 8 student. So any grade 8 student can unmute and just give me a letter that they're thinking of that could be in the spelling. Anyone. What letter are we trying first? Come on, students. All right, let me see what's happening in the chat. All right, here we go. All right, so let me run it by you again. All you need to do is to say any letter. Just say a letter, and we'll see if it's in the word. All right, that we're looking for. We don't know the word. I don't know the word, but it's a core value. All right, so let's see. Anyone? Let's take, let me see, Tristan, go right ahead with you. Okay, hold on, the chat. And students, to be honest with you, this is not a chat activity. So I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic because participation is very important in the virtual platform. All right, let's see. I'm going to take the first response, which is an E from Kimberly. Let's see if there's an E in there. Okay, so there are no E's in the word. Okay. All right. Let's try another one. B. Notice what's happening up here. B. Oh, no B is in the word either.
F. Sir,
H.
A. I saw an A. No, man, what is happening? There's no A in the word.
F, sir.
S. Okay. Okay, so the word starts with S. The word starts with S.
G.
And I think I have an understanding of
G.
the word. Huh?
G, sir.
C.
So we select, come on,
G.
that you have to keep up with the game, you know. We select
Student, sir.
on
Student.
the screen. So E is gone.
T, sir.
All right, T, let's go.
G, sir.
All right, T is what ends the word. So we know that it starts with
G.
S and it ends with T. Think about what word.
E,
is that?
sir.
Huh?
G.
All right, I think
T
I heard
again.
P
G.
and then P again. Okay, so who said P? So now we have S.
It is support.
Who is that?
Support.
Put your hand together for yourself. S U T P. What comes next?
O-R-T.
L.
O
R-T.
L.
R T. Awesome. Put your hands together. I think that was Kimberly Black. So Kimberly Black, your first credit giveaway for today. That's Kimberly Black. Core value support. That's another important one. All right, so we're going to try again with a new word. This one is a long word, so we don't know which one this is now, but we're going to try some letters. Here we go. All right. Come on now, think about it. It starts from fresh, you know, so we can just say any letter. Come on now. Where are my students? S. All right, so I'm seeing.
Yes, sir.
I have to unmute using the chat. Unmute and speak. Go.
A, sir.
All right, so we say A. Okay, 2 A's are in this word. Come again.
Yes, sir.
E. Okay, no E is in this word.
S.
I, sir.
I heard S. No S is in the word. I heard
I.
Okay, and I is
W.
towards the end of the word. I see
O-N.
M.
O-N.
Who is that? That person is very smart, you know. Who just told me O-N? Because we
Me,
know
sir.
it must be Jordan. It must be a Jordan. Very good job, sir. Because once we see that O,
T, sir.
1 minute. Coming over. So we have CO dash dash A dash B dash
Q.
Sir.
K, sir.
That's me. All right, we're looking good. Looking good so far.
K, sir.
More.
It's but congratulations.
No, not congratulations. No, man, it would be congratulations. So N, G, we would miss an R before this A.
Yeah, I guess we see.
D, sir.
Operation. Think about core value. So you have support.
What kind of
And you
position?
have, when people work together, what do they call that?
Concentration.
Huh?
D, sir.
E. Let's put an
D.
no, the E is gone. Pay attention to the letters in.
D as in dog. D as in dog.
D. No, D is there.
That means
Sir, help.
K, sir.
Okay. L.
Sir. M.
L, sir.
Sir, break.
Congratulations.
Can I get an L?
So the L is there.
Collaboration, sir.
Collaboration.
Collaboration, sir.
Values. So Roshana,
Chat.
Thompson. All right, Roshana, so we'll make contact soon. All right, very good job, students. Very good job. Put your hands together for yourself. So in addition to the responsibility the respect, the honesty, and determination is also support and collaboration that we should have for each other. So let's now move into our other presentation. And we all know her very well. She's um, the dynamic teacher on board, ever so energetic and ready to get you focused for learning, easy to talk to. I am talking about the one and only Mrs. Dan Foster Wright. And she's going to be making a presentation today. She's just going to be speaking to us about student matters when it comes down to your role, responsibility, and school rules. All right? So certain things that you must have. Of course, Mrs. Johnson would have touched on a lot, but those things that you need to ensure you have to get ready for classes beginning tomorrow. All right? So is Mrs. Foster Wright on? Mrs. Foster Wright, are you hearing me? Not hearing Mrs. Foster Wright. Not sure if she's in. She was in. Check. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. All right, so we might have to hear from Mrs. Foster Wright, if not later, after Q&A, then in our general devotion that's coming up for everyone. All right? Club societies and student leadership. Although we're online, there will be information shared regarding our clubs and societies soon, and how you can go about participating and registering for our clubs and societies. Student leadership is also a big part of online learning, and so we are looking forward to seeing those students that embody the leadership characteristics, so that they can be nominated, even though virtual, nominated for like peer counselor working with our GC, or student monitor for the online classes when the teacher is either has to step out or there's work to be done, and all of these things. So students, it is very important that you embody those core values: responsibility, respect, honesty, and determination, so that your teachers can nominate you. All right? Very important. So look out for that information. Now, there's also another game. I'm not sure if it's your connection, Brittany, while you're not hearing me, but thanks for the update. All right? Are the other persons hearing me? Am I being heard clearly?
Yes, we're
Yes, sir.
hearing you.
Yes, sir.
Awesome stuff. Now, there is another game that we're going to play before we go into the Q&A, where you have to ask your questions and all of that. And it's a Kahoots game based on the school. Now, seeing that you're in grade 8 through to 11, you should have some form of knowledge of the school. So it's kind of a multiple choice thing, where you just select the answer that you're thinking, and of course the fastest response, which is correct, would allow you to be at the top of the board. And we want to give away at least a $500 credit to our winner this morning. All right, so get yourselves ready for that. As we wrap up the program, we're coming to a closure nicely. We're going to end at 12 nicely. So just get ready for that. 1 minute, please. All right, get your devices ready. All right, so I'm seeing your question, okay, regarding online school. You're going to get that information pretty soon. All right, not a problem.
Just to respond to Kerry K. Kerry K online school has begun. It has begun. We are starting with your own orientation / information session. Yesterday we had our grade 7s online. Today we have you and your pairs. And tomorrow we'll do something else. Thursday is another day when we'll get back together. And again, we take a break on Friday and we get full speed ahead on Monday morning. So if you don't consider this online school, tell us what it is. So we have actually started and school officially began yesterday. All right, Kerry? So get focused. We are preparing you. Today is a day when you'll just get yourself at a place where you understand what the expectations are and that you be very relaxed in getting started. So all these fun and games and whatever else is to come is just to put you in that frame that will give you the support base you need to go along the journey towards a successful end. All right.
Yeah, well, it's sharing.
And to the answer to can fees be paid online? Can be paid online. You will need some information for payment. You will need the school's bank account to which you will be sending the funds. And you will have to now be able to set up that account so you can do the necessary transfers into the school account. Because of where we are, I will not say no. If you're so inclined, the bursar will assist you in getting all the details you need to do the transfer. If you could just allow.
All right. Okay. Hey. So we're going to get about the school, and I am hoping that you're ready for your $500. All right. Grade 2 to 11. How well do you know your school? It's multiple choice on the all you need to expect. But I'm hoping that you know your school well enough to expect the correct. I'm going to ask that you just head on over to Kahoot.IT. So I typed it in the chat. So that's Kahoot.IT. All right, so you're going to head over to Kahoot.IT and you're going to, what is the pin? The pin is what is on screen, Oriana. That's 5703183. So once you head over, you're going to put in the pin, which is on screen. All right? It's 570. You're going to name yourselves and come in. And this is for everyone, you know, teachers, students, parents, everyone. So we're waiting on the players. All right, so we have Grant who is in. Very good. Lori is right behind Grant. Lori is in also. Jared is in also. Come on, Jardine. Go on Kahoot.IT and put in the pin. My internet connection is not working. Not a problem. All right? You can support someone who knows it. So we have Natalie coming in. All right, and for the persons asking questions, just remember, immediately after this, we will be answering all the questions that you have. All right? hardly hear you. Okay, good. Might be the connection. Check on the connection, Rico. All right, so let's see who else is in now. We have Shamari Jemison is in. Ricky is in also. All right, let's see. I'm gonna just afford, actually, I'm not going to afford any more time really because I want to wrap up by. But for those still coming in, just quickly make your way in for me. And Tina, I see you. All right, very good, very good, very good, very good. All right, here we go. Is it Dejeuner? Dejeuner is also in. So we're gonna start with those who we have. And if you see somebody who you know, you can represent for who you know. Shamoy is in just now. Also, Kim is in. Also. All right, so here we go. Let's start the game. And let's go into our Kahoot review showdown. Questions, you'll select the color that corresponds with the answer you're seeing on screen. In what year was Merlene Ottey High School built? Is it 1988, 2000, or 1995? One answer in already. Two answers in already. Four answers in. Come on, students, quickly before the timeout. And the answer is 1988. So let's see who is leading the board. Let's see who is leading the board. Grant is leading, but Oriana is right behind. Jemercy is right behind, and also Danique. Okay, let's see the next question. All right, let's see. True or false? Merlene Ottey High School officially opened in February 1990 due to some structural damages sustained during Hurricane Gilbert. True or false? Come on, guys, come on. Yes, I see the responses coming in fast. Yes, a lot of people in the chat saying true, true,
Repeat
true.
the question, sir.
Come again. Is it that we were open in February of all right, so it's 8 persons who said true. So it's actually true. We opened in February of 1990 because of some structural damages due to Hurricane Gilbert. All right, Grant is still in the lead. Oriana is right behind her. Danique is right there. Shamar is holding on, moving up. Great job, guys. Let's see how this one will go. True or false again? Our school was formerly named Cascade Secondary Vocational. So true or false? Rico is saying true. Alicia is saying true. Tash is saying true. 6 responses, 12 answers in already. True or false? Everybody is saying true. And of course, the answer is true. So students, the school was actually called Cascade Secondary Vocational. And then it was renamed. All right? So Grant is still in the lead. Grant know a lot about the school, man. Dejani has taken over. Rishana is in 3rd place. Let's see the next question, please. And Grant has the highest questions answers correctly. At least 70% attendance is required to attain promotion to the next grade level. At least 70% attendance is required to attain promotion. True or false? Rico is saying true in the chat. All right, let's see. 8 responses in already. 9 responses. Brianna is saying true. And of course, the answer is true. All right, very good job, Danique, Tash, and all the others. Grant is still in the lead. Rishana has taken over from Dejeuner. Let's see if Grant will hold on. Next question, please. And I hope, students, that you're taking note of some of these fun facts. All right? Dangerous or deadly weapons are not allowed on the school campus. Which of the following is not a weapon? Gun, knife, tape, hook. This one should be easy for everyone. Rico said, what? Hook. book. Everybody is saying book. How did we even get this? How did anybody else select? Look, could we pause on this for a minute? Students, it's very important that you read the questions and you listen to the questions. The question says, dangerous or deadly weapons are not allowed on the school campus. Then it asks, which of the following is not a weapon? So you're not selecting the weapon, you're selecting what is not a weapon. A book is not a weapon. Great job for those who actually read or listened. Very good job. All right, Dejane has taken over. Rashana is now in 4th place. Danique is in 3rd place. Who will it be? Will Deshana take over from Grant? Will Dominique create an upset by the end of this game? Which grade level will actually come out on top? Let's see. Next question, please. Question number 6. Which of the following is a part of our COVID-19 protocol? The face masks are mandatory and must be worn at all times. All students must be sanitized before entering the campus. All of the above, or persons must enter in a single file and maintain. Which is a COVID-19 protocol? All of them are COVID-19 protocols. All right, so very good job. Let's see the results. All very good, Torian. Look at this now. Miss Grant is still there, but Donique is no longer in 3rd place. Jemison has taken over 3rd place. No problem, Donique. You'll get your chance in this question. Let's see the next one. Next question, which is not a rule in online student conduct? So, which is not a rule in online student conduct? Be punctual when entering virtual classes. Be respectful to both your teachers and peers. Upon entering the virtual classroom, identify yourself properly or eat and drink during class time. Which is not a rule? Number 9. Very good. 9 persons actually. The last one, eat and drink during class time. You're not supposed to be doing that, student. All right, Jemison. No, man. Jemison is taking over the board. Jemison is now taking over. Grant is still in the lead from the get-go of this competition. She has not lost a single answer, a question. She has been at it. Now, Dejani is still in 3rd place, but Donique is right behind. Wow, close call. Next question, please. Natalie is coming up. We see you, Natalie. True or false? Mrs. Joan Jackson Cope is our current and longest serving principal. Think about it. Is it true or is it false? Rico says true. True. Torian. Brianna says true. Brianna true. Brittany true. Tash true. Demario true. Anne-Marie true. Let's see 14 answers in. The response is true. Yes. The principal has been serving for many years. Jemison is on a roll. 3 streaks, 3 correct answers in a row. Dejan is knocked. Wow, Dejan is knocked off the board. Oh my goodness, we have to remain quick with our responses, guys. Come on now. Few more questions to go. We're midway there. Let's see if we can continue. Number 9. Which of the following is not underscore not a core value of the school? Respect, determination, responsibility, dishonest. Quick answers. Which is not? 10 responses in. 3, 1, 0. Response. Dishonesty is not a core value of Merlene Ottey High School. Respect is a core value. Determination is a core value. Responsibility is also a core value. Next, please. All right, very good. Let's see. Grant is still in the lead. Jemison, you have just about 600 plus to go to catch back. Awesome job you're doing, by the way. Let's go. What time does school start? Easy one. Quick fingers now. Is it 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., or 10 a.m.? Quick. Fast answers. 8:30. What kind of school starts? School start at 8 a.m. Very good. That's the time for school. Right? 8:30 classes, 8 a.m. for school. Very good. Jemison is still in charge.
8:30.
8:30 classes, right. Very good. Let's go. Awesome. Next, let's see. 11. So 4 more questions to go, guys. Which is not a responsibility of us. Abide by the MOHS rules and regulations. Academic integrity or honesty. Academic growth or administrative standards. Which is not a responsibility. The last one. Administering sanctions. That's left up to our staff or teachers in particular. All right, so not a responsibility of our students. No, man. Somebody gave Grant the answers for this game. What is happening? But shout out to MJ, whosoever MJ is, who is now in 3rd place. Dejan is back on the board, by the way. Jemison is going nowhere. I am taking my 2nd place and I'm getting a credit today. Shout out to you. Awesome. True or false? It is expected that all Merlene Ottey High School students follow rules and code of conduct at all times. Quick answers. You see the answers are coming in fast?
Sir, this is too easy, sir.
That is why you have to move your fingers fast. Fast fingers is what wins the game. Everyone selected true, and that is true. Now, guys, we are down to our last 3 questions, which will determine which grade walk away as the winner for our Kahoot review, the top and most knowledgeable grade at the school. Now, I know a lot of students are representing. So here go for the last 3 questions. Quick fingers, faster thinking. All right, here we go. Bullying or cyberbullying is not tolerated in any form at Merlene Ottey High School. Which is not a form of bullying? Pointing or shoving and other acts that hurt physically, spreading hurtful rumors about persons others in person and online, supporting and standing for others. Supporting and standing up for others is not a form of bullying. And that is what we're supposed to be doing online. Supporting and standing up for others. Very good job. All right, Grant is still in the lead. Natalie has taken over from MJ. Janice is still in the mix. Final 2 questions. We're coming down to it. Let's see. Number 14. Any student entering a class playing loud music or being disrespectful will be notified and removed from the class. True or false? All right, let's see. Come on now. Entering with loud music. True. True for Brittany. True. Of course, the answer is true. You would be removed from class. And the big one. This is the last question, the big one of them all, students. Grant has been leading. But if Grant gets this one wrong, and Jemison selects it faster than Grant, or even Natalie selects it faster than Grant, Grant is no longer the winner of this competition. Grant would either be in 2nd or 3rd place. This is a big one. This will determine whether Grant has been consistent throughout or not. It all boils down to this very last question. Will she endure to the end? Or will there be major upset in this virtual orientation today? We don't know. We don't know. But we do know the question. So let's have the question. Question number 15. Are you excited to start your journey at Merlene Ottey High School? And the responses are coming in. I'm sure you did not expect that one. I'm sure you did not expect that one. But let's see the winners. Let's see the winners. Everybody everybody in the chat section, light it up. Yes. Of course, our winners are, here we go. Our winners on the podium. In third place, Natalie. Natalie, if you could open your mic and just let us know who you are. Second place, Jemison. And third place goes to Grant. Put your hands together. Big up to our runner-up MJ and also Kim, who got runner-up positions. We are proud of you. Now I want
where are they?
I want them, of course, we're gonna keep this up. Come out of the game, guys. Come back into the meeting, unmute yourselves so that we can hear you. We want to start off with Grant. If you could unmute yourself, that would be good. Grant, are you with us? How do you feel having walked away?
Yes, sir, I feel happy and intrigued.
Wow, Dama, what do you have to say to all of the persons viewing in on YouTube that have just watched you walk away as the top, most knowledgeable student at the school? What do you have to say, Dama? What are you feeling, and what's your message of motivation for them today, your fans?
Sir, we need to know our history of our school. And we need to be motivated to learn more about our history.
Awesome. What's your advice, Dama, for those going back to school? Quick advice before we hear from our second and third place.
Stay focused and be safe.
Awesome. Put your hands together for me. Put your hands together. Come on now, open your mic.
Dama.
Open your mic and represent for Dama. Come let us see in the chat section. Yeah. Pick up yourself, Dama. We're also going to hear from our second place. Who was in second place? I think it's Shamari. Is it Shamari? I don't see the first name, but I see Devis too.
Shamari.
All right. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Like a champion.
You are a champion. You are a champion. You beat everyone who entered the competition. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And what's your one word that they should bring with them for this academic year? One word, motivational. One word, just one word.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Awesome. So focus is the word coming from Miss Jemison. All right, let's see. Third place. Who we had in third place? Natasha or Natalie? Natalie, are you here with us? I'm feeling good in myself. Awesome. So Natalie McIntyre, I feel good in myself. Awesome. Let me just say congratulations again to everyone who participated. You're all champions in your own right, and as Dama said, it's very important for you to know the history of your school. All right, so thank you very much. Okay, at this time we are wrapping up. We are wrapping up our presentations here today. We know you might have some questions, so we're just going to go into that segment. Hopefully our principal and VP along with our staff members here can provide some assistance, some guidance with some of your questions if you have any. For those that are on YouTube viewing in, you can also pose your questions and I'll ask those for you on YouTube. All right, it has been an exciting morning. It has been an awesome morning so far. So we're going to wrap up as in Merlene Ottey High School fashion, as we know how. All right, so if there are any questions, you can just type them in the chat as we bring our ceremony to a close. And of course, before we get the closing remarks, of course, we will end with our national anthem or national pledge, depending on how our principal guides us. So let's have those questions, please, in the chat section. Let's see. So classes have started. Of course, we've started with our virtual orientation week of celebrations. Of course, we started yesterday with grade 7s and we're continuing today with grades 8 through 11. Of course, information would be given to you as we update the classes. If you have a new number, you know the MOHS online number, that's 876-578-9877. I've also typed it in the chat for you to send over your name and your class if it is that you want to be added back to a classroom, or for that new number to be added in your WhatsApp classroom. Starting today, we will be monitoring or reviewing all the members in the classroom to ensure everybody is in. And if it is that you do not have your ministry email, reach out to the team, reach out to our Information and Technology Communications unit. We will be providing that to you throughout today into tomorrow as you get ready for classes. Of course, I don't think there is anything on that other apart from that. Thank you also to Mr. Isaacs. I did not say thank you to Mr. Isaacs for streaming. Of course, we had a little challenge earlier with the meeting being full because of the amount of students trying to join, but we are live, and so all other persons who were not able to be here are being benefited by that platform. So thank you also, Mr. Isaacs, for that. All right, Mrs. Pope, you have anything to add as we close?
I trust that we do not leave any question unanswered. We still encourage that if anyone has any question, you can just open your mic and just ask your question, or if you have a thought, or if you want to just say something positive to someone, be it a teacher, be it a student, be it a parent. While you're thinking about it, let me just close by saying, as you separate from this space, yes?
Excuse me, Miss and
Yes.
Sir. Miss, my question is, tomorrow we should in the same, Miss.
So tomorrow, you will not return to the space until Thursday. Grade 10 and 11, you will return on Thursday. Grade 8 and 9, you will return tomorrow. So for the rest of the week, we will see grade 7, 8, and 9 on Wednesday. We will see grade 10 and 11 on Thursday. And then we'll see everyone on Monday morning. So you will not come into the space on Friday any at all. And again, grade 7, 8, and 9, you are to log in using the same link tomorrow at 8. Well, we'll do it at 9, just to give you some latitude to get yourself organized. We will start again at 9. It will not be a long day because of the other things that will need to be done. And on Thursday morning at 9 again, just for the grade 10s and 11s. And then we see everyone as a group on Monday morning at 8 for our devotional exercise and beyond. Okay? All right, so I'm leaving you with these words. You're very welcome, my dear. I'm leaving you with these words. As you go, separate from here with a commitment to reflect on you. Be good to you. Be yourself. And be truthful to you. Accept you. Be grateful about yourself. Value you. Be joyful as you value you. And forgive yourself. And forgive yourself completely, not half-heartedly. Not just forgiving you for something and leave some things undone and allow it to plague your mind. Forgive yourself completely. Treat yourself generously. Balance yourself harmoniously. Bless yourself abundantly. Treat yourself confidently. Love yourself wholeheartedly. Empower yourself immediately. Immediately empower you to become a better you. Give yourself enthusiasm and express yourself radiantly. Love you. Love yourself. Remember, God loves you first. So love you. And then you'll be able to embrace others with loving arms and caring ways. Remember, God loves you before anyone else. He first loved all of us. Yes? And so you're going to leave this space being empowered to be good to you and you and you and you. Thank you for
Good
being here.
afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. I said thanks. Thank you for being here. Great afternoon to you all. Have a great lunch. Have a reflective afternoon. Begin to think about your
Excuse me, Miss
goals.
Hope.
Yes,
Someone is talking to you.
go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm just asking two questions. Is it true that if the students don't pay their school fee, they will not have access to online class?
Don't know about that. Could you share your source of information?
It's just that I have a relative coming there, but they are saying that if they
Can you
pay the
please
school
share your
fee,
source of information? Because we came into the space yesterday
no,
morning and I'm sure that was not shared. So I
no,
don't know if the source is from our school, then I know that information that you're sharing. And if you're asking if it is true, I cannot confirm that it is true. Education.
next question,
Collective in our dealing. Let us exercise patience for each other.
Miss, when the grade level timetable?
You will hear that
Miss
on Thursday when you join. Thank you for that question, Jardine. Is there another
yes,
question?
I was saying it's just that someone that when I'm coming to that school informed me that if the child doesn't pay the school fee, he won't access online class. So that was my concern.
I still cannot relate to someone, Miss. What I'm trying to avoid is that we feel inclined to just spread propaganda. And so if a person knows that you're going to say that John said you would have presented this information, then John will not do it. And so I'm asking for the source of information because that is far from the truth. We came together only yesterday morning, and that information was never shared in this space. We also have an office being run by staff members, and I know that is not the information that the staff member has on the ground. So I'd want to know what where the information is coming from. Perhaps it's from another school, but not our school.
Okay, thanks much.
You're welcome.
The next question is, how much does grade 11 required to pay for school fee?
There is a package at the school for $1,500 with all the information, and we operate over time with our parents' understanding. If your child is at grade 11, our parents would have gotten accustomed to this approach to work, approach to admission. You come in, you treat with priority the items that are of priority to you. And I always emphasize insurance. So even though the children are at home, you'd want to do some insurance for them so that if there are issues, you have some support with the insurance that you will pay at the school. So I always say to persons, if nothing else, insure your child. Okay? We want your child to have an ID, but it's not important because we're in the virtual space. We want to be able to connect with you as it relates to sending you text messages so you know what is happening when. But since we have our WhatsApp space, I don't know that there's any hard and fast rule now for us to get into paying for service. Because remember, the payment that you would have given us is given to someone else to ensure that you get messages. So if you could just get a hold of the package for your child so that the medical can be done because the form is contained in there. The amount that you need to pay at the bank, you could at least decide if you can pay all at once or if you're going to pay it in parts. We do not push our parents over the edge when it comes down to spending. We allow you, since it's not mandatory, we allow you to make your choices for your child as you find it possible, affordable. So as a school, we remain in that space and we're not here to tear each other down. It's a pandemic and we understand. Before we understood our parents, we know that our parents were not in that space where they can afford just about any amount of money to spend. And so we operated that way before the pandemic. So in this pandemic, we could not change course and say, no, begin to pressure our parents. We are of a different type. We're a school with a difference. And if nothing else, we are caring about our children. We're caring about our parents. We are here to partner to make a total difference, to keep our children engaged, to keep our children motivated, to keep our children prepared and equipped, and to move them forward into a better space educationally. That's where our emphasis is. Our emphasis is not on money. So anyone that is trying to create a stir for Merlene Ottey High School, I mashed down that lie this morning. And in the name of Jesus, we need to stop doing the unorthodox things and try to focus and bring and carry the message of the principal and the other staff members who are supporting. That's where I want us to go. Let us not be mischievous. If it is a staff, we need to stop it. If it's a parent, we need to stop it. And if it's a child, we need to stop it. Let us love each other. In this pandemic, if it is that we can keep on getting that kind of, having that heart against each other, in this pandemic, God will reign supreme over all of us.
Okay,
we are
Miss.
here to educate lives, okay?
Okay, Miss. I would like to speak to you off here. Can you provide me with a number so I can contact you, please?
Certainly, Miss. We'll find a way to get to you to give you a number. I'm in a virtual space, and I will tell you this. Yesterday morning, I saw someone log into the space under a name that I could not relate to. And so I don't know who is in this space. Besides, we're sending this event on YouTube for the children who have not been able to log in to conveniently access and get the information. So I'm going to find a way to get you the number, and anyone for that matter, give you a number. There's a WhatsApp group. Just tap in and let someone know that you want to be in touch with the principal. We'll use your number to directly contact you.
Or can I place my cell number in the chat for you to contact?
It's not good, but then I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Cole. Just to add to our parents, and just to really reiterate what our principal has said. I've said it over and over on many occasions. Merlene Ottey High School is one of those schools in Jamaica that continues to ensure that where information dissemination is concerned, we are doing all that we can. All the established communication channels are there for anyone to get in contact with us. To the parent that spoke earlier, I'm going to ask you to just make contact with the number that I've placed in the chat. Again, for safety and security purposes, we would not want you to be sharing your information in a public space, although we are virtual. So make contact with our Merlene Ottey High School hotline via 876-578-9877, and we'll be able to work with you there. There's also a parent group to which you are supposed to be a part of. The principal is also in that group. If not the principal, you can reach out to our VP, who is also there, along with our guidance counselor and all the other support senior management team that are also in that group. So we have the channels. Let's use the channels, all right? And in terms of information, the priority is getting the information, and you get that information by getting your registration package, and that's at the school. Again, that's information that has been shared before September, before the commencement of our classes. So as we close, I want our students to just listen into this one before we do our national pledge. It says, "Don't quit." All right? And it's a little poem that I would have shared before, but I think it's important that I share it again. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trotting seems all uphill, when the funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but do not quit. Life is square with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about when he might have won if he had stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You might succeed with another blow. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds and downs. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your hardest hits. It's when things seem worse that you must not.
I just pray, God, that
So
you
students, I am
just
sending you off today, and I am saying to you before we play or we do our national pledge, followed by our possibility song, which is our tradition. I'm going to just say to you, love, love, live, laugh, progress. Do what you can for yourself. And parents, please continue to partner with the school. Be optimistic. Hear what you must, but know what you should. All right? Let's now go to our national pledge. I'm going to ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am?
I didn't get any booklets in my package.
Okay, so all right, very good, very good. All right, so you can reach out to me after the same number that's in the chat and we'll work that out for you. All right? All right, not a problem. Thank you so much for the information. She's ready and eager to go and she needs her material. Awesome stuff. Please stand for the national pledge, ladies and gentlemen.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace. To work diligently and creatively, think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God, increasing beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Of the whole human race. Of the whole human race.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, let me just go ahead and thank everyone who joined in today for our virtual orientation for grades 8 through to 11. Let me thank our principal, Mrs. Joan Jackson Cope, of course, for her leadership and all the other members of the leadership actually hierarchy in the school. The CEO, she is supported by her VP, Ms. Weir, her senior management teachers, my colleagues, academic, ancillary, administrative, and to you, our parents. Thank you for continuing to support the education of your child or ward. We really appreciate it. To our students returning, what would school be without you? And so we expect much from you this academic year. See you on whether it's tomorrow or Thursday and again on Monday. It was my pleasure moderating this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all.
Mr. Clark.
Yes, Ms.
Same to you, sir.
Good morning. I was on YouTube because I was unable to log in here. I don't have a question, but just recommendation for the students not to be on their devices all the time, meaning that after classes, give themselves a break from the devices, do some chores, or maybe they can help smaller siblings with their homework, but give themselves some time off the tablet or the computer, the laptop. They are gonna be on it like all day, so give them eyes some rest. And just, if they should have their notebook at the time when they're doing online classes, so they should be jotting down some things that they can go over at the end of the day, so they can give themselves a break from the devices to protect them eyes and so on. So just
awesome. We do appreciate
important suggestion. Very, very Important, Miss White. Thank you for the observation and for also thinking out loud what is one of that very critical activity that the students should do. Give themselves reflection time and allow your device to be powered up for the next day and allow for your device to last a little longer. So if you're on it every day and you're pressuring it, it might just go bad on you in the middle of the term or at a point when you would not want to for it to go down on you. So again, she's asking that you do that for your own personal gain and for also to save your tablet to work for you the next day and beyond. Thank you so much for your input, Mother. You are a true mother. You're a true Merlene Ottey High School family member. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mrs. Cole.
Thank you, Miss White. All right, students, colleagues,
colleagues who are still in this space, thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence, and I want for you to have a very good rest of day. We might have to call you at some point, if not later tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for that call. Try to get what you have to do done early so that when we get together, at least we will have some time to sit down and to collaborate on critical matters for our boys and girls. Thank you so very much, everyone.
Same to you, Miss. Bye.
Bye, my darling.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Jardine. I don't have to look if it's you, you know.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss. Remember, mask up, Miss.
Mask up.
Yes, Miss. Be safe.
All right, Jardine.
Bye, Miss.
Okay, Jardine. Bye.
Oh,
Mr. Clark, I didn't see Wobber. Is he around?
I didn't see him either.
Did he come in?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And I am learning to hear God's voice and I'm trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I can go anywhere that He wants me to go. I can be anything that He wants me to be. I can climb the high mountain, I can cross the wide sea. I am a great big
Bye, Roshanti. Bye, Shamari.
I am a possibility.
Bye, Brianna Bailey. Whomever is militant MLL. Eno. Bye, McLeod. Bye, Fletcher. Bye, Woolry. Bye, O'Connell. Bye.